Why you cannot feel twin flame union within you. So when we get started on this journey and we realize we are twin flames, it is not immediately acceptable to us that the connection exists in the 5D, and by itself the connection is not threatened. Many people will tell you that the connection is powerful, potent, and irrespective of what it looks like in the physical, it is there and it is always present. It is a fact of the present moment. It is timeless. The bond that you share is eternal and unbreakable. But this is very hard for us to feel within us. For a long, long time, we don't feel this within us. We try to listen to this, but we may try to tell ourselves this, but our ego will always come in and say, no, it can't be real. So, I want to speak of why we don't feel it. And simply the reason why we don't feel it is because of the conditioning we have and the negative experiences that we carry within our mind, and somewhere those experiences have blocked our energy centers as well. In truth, we are already in union with our twin, but so much of our negative experiences, the belief systems that got formed when we were children, when we experienced some difficult situations which made us feel unworthy, or it made us feel that love is not possible, or you have to work really hard for love, or it made us reject ourselves, and it made us experience abandonment of some kind, after which we developed this fear of always getting abandoned. Somewhere this over association with the body, mind, and the way the society works, it created more and more fears in our system, and more conditioning about what you have to do to live a normal life, even though you don't feel happy in this life. It's so sad that humanity just goes about doing the same things over and over and feeling this sense of lack within. And this sense of lack is something that most people now try to mask with either relationships, where they chase it, or empty casual sexual relationships, or even alcohol or drugs, or just mindlessly distracting ourselves with watching too much TV or Netflix or movies, or just partying all the time, or drowning ourselves in work and associating a fake sense of importance to work and all of that, and thinking that this is all there is, like just feeling that there is nothing beyond this, or getting very busy with our families, children, etc., their lives, completely just not acknowledging how you're really feeling within you. This is how most humanity is operating right now. It's a very unfortunate state of affairs. So when you are drowned underneath all of this, how can it be that you will feel your union? Because your union is always present, but it is separated from you, your consciousness, because of all of this that I mentioned, that separates you from you, the truth of who you are deep within you, your inner self, where you are healed and where you are happy and joyous, where you are in a state of complete bliss, right? In Hinduism, there is a concept of Sat Chit Ananda, which is basically, that it says the concept is about how you are bliss, your real state, the real state of your mind, the real state, the truthful state of who you are is bliss. So, this space of Sat Chit Ananda, Ananda meaning bliss, is something that we all have within us, and deep meditation can make us feel that space where we are not connected to our mind and not connected to our body. We get a glimpse of who we are, and for a few moments you will feel that bliss of this place, of your infinite soul. The problem is that when you awaken from these meditations, you are back again in the world, and you're back again in your karma, and back again in the thought patterns of the mind and the beliefs that it is carrying, the fears, of your body, of your mind, all that trauma, that is repressed, or that is just getting activated through, your sympathetic nervous system. And all of that is just something that takes hold of you. You're plugged back into the mind and into, the trauma of the body and the comfort of the body and what it wants to do. So this is the entire purpose of even all spiritual processes, right? In any form, especially in India, yogis, would undertake this entire journey to essentially disconnect themselves from this karma and the thought patterns and the same repetitive cycles which keep happening time and time again, but we don't even notice that the same cycles are getting repeated. We probably notice that the cycles get repeated every few months or years, but we don't notice that every day the cycles are getting repeated many, 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 many times over. Sadhguru said that, every 40 minutes the same cycle gets repeated. So we go on and on with these cycles thinking we're living something new, we're thinking a new thought, we're taking a new action, but a point will come, if you are truly spiritually awakening, a point will come where you will start to see how none of these repetitions make any sense to you or give you that peace, or joy that you really, really desire for. That longing to know who you are will become very prominent in you, right? And in this longing somewhere is where, you will become closer to divine, you will come closer to your true self, and you will cease to desire, your twin flame in the way you're desiring your twin right now. There are two reasons as to why you will stop desiring this, your twin flame. And the first reason is that right now, the way you're desiring your twin is because you hate your life the way it is without your twin. You don't like things, the way they are, and you've discredited your day-to-day life because you think that your life right now is somewhere less than how it is when your twin is physically present with you. And see, in the beginning it's okay because you're still realizing that, the true potential of what can be for you when you're in your bubble love phase. But the idea is that you can't chase that bubble love phase and you can't chase your twin, for years and years and just to have that kick all the time of having your twin over and around you. You have to start to find that bliss within you, which already exists, by the way. It's not something you're creating or you have to manifest. It is just a truth of who you are. You have to uncover it. All right. So once you start to uncover this bliss and you connect with your own higher self or, your own inner self or your divine self through whatever means, meditation, devotion, or any other kind of means, connecting with nature. There are so many ways to do it. And you start to live there. You will start to see that all that love, support, and excitement that you desired from your twin flame connection in the 3D is what you already have. And all of that is something that the divine bestows upon you. And you are happy with what the divine has given you. Your twin is not your source, but the source is within you, all right, in your connection with the divine. The second reason why this starts to happen, why you will stop missing your twin and all of that, is because you understand that this connection got created in such a way that you exist and your twin exists, and this is, both can't exist without each other. Both are in essence, the balancing of the systems of energy, of yin and yang, of feminine and masculine. So if you as a divine feminine exists, then definitely your divine masculine also exists. And your connection is obviously, something which is way beyond what you see in the physical. So you will start to experience your twin flame with you at all times. You will disconnect from what you see in the 3D and you will have full faith in their love for you, and you will have access to them telepathically and just your mere presence, and I know that is a stage that you reach, in your journey of soul merge, of attaining that harmonious divine balance within you. But even if that stage hasn't come to you right now, you can still establish a telepathic connect and know that your twin loves you always, and there is no other way about it. There are no two ways about your twin loving you. That is just a fact. So this is how, you will know that union is already there always. It's just that you get lost along the way, and the biggest reason you're getting lost from A, your divine self, and B, the eternity of the connection with your twin flame, is simply the conditioning that you have, the wrong beliefs that you have imbibed for no reason at all. Just, something happened to you in childhood, some pain came your way. The ego's nature is such that it will create great pain, suffering, and it will create this belief system This is why disconnection from the mind is very, very key. If you stay in the mind and you feel helpless because of the mind's antics, the mind telling you, oh, everything is bad, I don't deserve this, it's so wrong, I hate myself, and life is just horrible, I'm trapped, I'm helpless. This is all the mind and the ego, which is hypersensitive. Remember, it feels bad about every little thing. It's the same thing which is putting you in in situations of jealousy, in situations of taking offense, of argumentativeness, and all the petty things that really are not you. But the ego is so sensitive that it creates this hullabaloo of sorts. It exaggerates everything, and you start to get very influenced with this exaggeration, and you start to relate yourself to this exaggeration and believing in this exaggeration. The grandiosity of the ego really impacts you, and somewhere you become lessened as a human being. But as a human being, as a life within you, you are consciousness, you are that Sat Chit Ananda, you are that consciousness, that bliss, that space, where your true nature is only bliss, it's only Ananda. That is the truth of your nature. It has nothing to do with the mind. When you are in the space of Sat Chit Ananda, you will not have anything at all to do with the mind. Even with the mind thinking happy thoughts will not be something of any significance to you. The mind, when it thinks good thoughts or bad thoughts, that has no significance, because that is just the mental drama. All right. So, but because of drowning in all this mental drama, you have all the pain and all the separation that you feel with your twin, and all the beliefs about how it's not possible, and the fears of like the past, because of past experiences which cloud your judgment and which cloud your ability to sense your twin in you. All right. So I just really think that it is so important that you connect with your true self, that you really, really undertake a meditation practice every day. Some of you really need to bring yourself back into balance, of at least a balanced mental state, irrespective of what you see around you, irrespective of what happens in you. To arrive at that state of balance and stability is very, very key for you before you can even make some progress in your journey. Some genuine healing happens to you. That will only happen when you have that natural state of peace, at the very least, within you. All right. And secondly, whenever you have this conditioning, these wrong beliefs, and all the pain and the fears and all of that, understand that this is not you, this is the ego which has built it. So create a separation from this, and then start to work on it. Why you have to work on it? Because you can't always stay in Satchitananda. If you're able to maintain that state of Satchitananda, then you will never have anything to do with what the ego is saying. Your awareness will be so sharp that you'll be able to look at everything for what it is, and you will not be manipulated by your ego. All right. But because we've not reached that high state, it is important that you start to dismantle certain belief systems that you carry, and it's important that you do some inner work. You start to heal yourself, you start to look at the pain that is causing fears to build up. You start looking at the beliefs, and why they got formed in the first place, and how they are influencing your day-to-day experience. If right now you have a set of beliefs about your twin flame journey and about yourself, those are impacting your experiences in the now. And life is only happening in the now. So right now, your experience of life is not good because of the bad beliefs that you have. So it's good to always revisit them and release them, right? So that is the biggest favor you will do to yourself. So this is, in nutshell, what essentially disconnects you from the union that already exists and why you don't feel it. I hope this was helpful. I will see you in the next podcast video. Have a beautiful, wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.